I'd like to start by thanking Senator Mikulski for championing and the reauthorization of the Childcare and Development Block Grant Program, which is a bipartisan bill that reflects the values of this country. It serves more than 1.5 million children nationwide every month, including over 120,000 children in New York State alone. I also want to thank Chairman Harkin for his leadership in bringing this important legislation through the committee and to the floor. Everywhere I go in my state of New York, I listen to families, and I hear the exact same sense of struggle from every single one of them, that they're doing everything they can do to get by, provide for their kids, and give them the best possible chance to succeed. But no matter how hard they work, making ends meet is difficult. Their day-to-day expenses keep going up while their paychecks either stay the same or sadly are diminished. As a result, too many families feel they cannot get ahead. So for our economy to get going again, it has to face the reality that the face of the American workforce has changed. We still have workplace policies that reflect the realities of decades ago, in the 50s and 60s. But in fact, today, 48% of the workforce in my state is women. In order for us to unleash the full potential of our economy, we have to recognize that women are the new, more often, breadwinner of too many families. They are the primary income earners for a growing share across America. For that reason, we have to focus on an immovable reality for working mothers, and that's childcare. Today, more women are going back to work sooner after having a child, creating a greater demand for the affordable childcare that allows them to stay in their jobs. In 2012, New York ranked the second least affordable state in the nation for full-time daycare for an infant, according to a report by Childcare Aware. A two-parent family in New York spends an average of 16.5% of their annual income to care for an infant. For a single mom in New York, the cost was greater than 57% of her income. If you can't afford childcare, as many middle-class families can't, and you don't have a family option, the choice you are left with is to leave your job and stay home to care for your child. That means less income for working families, more women leaving the workforce, and a weaker middle class. It doesn't have to be this way. We can keep more working mothers in their jobs and more children in quality daycare when we make it affordable. Our policies must reflect today's reality that women have to work for a living. It is not a lifestyle choice for most working mothers. It is a fact of survival. That's why I support Senator Mikulski's outstanding bill, because it will make daycare more affordable for millions of children every single year. It's also why I'm a co-sponsor of Senator Boxer's amendment that will double the child care tax credit families can take to cover the cost of child care and make it refundable. Making the tax credit refundable would help those who are working and struggling the most, but don't earn enough to use the tax credit. It means more savings going right back into the pockets of working families. I also have an amendment that will make middle-class tax cuts better for child care expenses. It will let them deduct the cost of child care as a business expense. This proposal, called child care deduction, will allow you to deduct up to $14,000 a year for child care expenses for 2 kids or more. And that makes perfect sense, because in New York, the average daycare for a toddler is $12,000. For an infant, it's almost $15,000. This will go a long way to making sure our hard-working, middle-class families have the funds they need to provide for their kids. I yield my time. Thank you, Madam Chairman.